What?
Oh man, it's recording now. It says.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
Ain't no thing. Now don't lose this one this time.
what do you mean,
This recording. Don't lose it in the cloud like you did the time when we did Tyndall, Coach
man?
Tyndall.
Shut your mouth.
Episode number 16. That's 15 plus one here in the up north area. I'm Brian and that's Justin, and we are back. Sons of Barb, episode 16. In this iteration, we have come back many times. We make Lazarus look like a lightweight. We've had so many comebacks here. Justin's beard has grown how many inches now since the last time we were on? September? Was that our last show?
Yeah,
I don't
right.
want to see your nose. I just want to see your beard. Yeah. Wasn't it September? I think.
I believe so. So 6 months ago. Hey,
What
we
have you?
just come up. We just pop up whenever we pop up, man. That's what this should be called, the pop-up show.
The
You know,
pop-up show. We're kind of like a bad haircut,
right?
or weeds in the yard. We just
Like we're like pimples, man. We just pop up.
don't squeeze us though; it could get messy. So we're like a pop-up pimple, the pop-up show. But we're here, and what's happened in your life since anything big going on since September to now? Stroke your beard and look like you're thinking, wait a
Well,
minute, a ferret just ran out of that thing.
let's see here. Anything big since September? Well, I've worked.
That's your
That's about
favorite
it.
word. That's all you
Yeah,
talk about. Is nothing else going on.
that's
Nothing.
all I do, bro. It work. I'm
Nothing in the works.
engaged.
Yeah, let's just
Engaged.
throw that in there like there ain't nothing going on. You knew what I was getting
I
at.
mean, yeah, I'm engaged. Yeah.
Justin and Michelle are engaged, and they have I think it's a 2035 wedding that they're planning. Dude,
No, at the 37,
oh, I'm sorry.
2037, I
I got
believe.
a
Yeah.
little, no
Yeah.
sense getting in a hurry, or anything
Yeah.
like
You
that.
gonna come? You gonna be there?
Yeah, I'm going to be there. If I'm alive, you're going to wait till I'm in the nursing home.
Hey, dude, with inflation, dude, it's you go to get 10 items at Walmart and it's $500 now. Like,
I
I don't
understand.
know how people make it, man. Like, what?
Uh-uh. It's not easy. Everything's going up. Food,
It is.
my
Like, it
blood
really,
pressure,
it's
gas.
horrible. Right.
You ever watch
Right.
gas? What's gas right now, gal, down there?
Actually, I mean, this might be sad. I don't even look. I just go up and pump it, man. I put
Oh,
when my car, listen,
oh,
I have a thing every time when my car, right when it gets to a certain point, right below the quarter, I don't let it go down below a quarter. Once it gets a little below, I put in $30, it fills it up. So that's not too bad. So I don't know the price, but 30
well,
bucks
when you
fills up
make
my
your
tank.
money, no one even needs to look at the menu when they order nothing
Make
else.
what
I'll
money?
have your highest entree here that you got, and
Yeah.
all my friends here at the table. Yeah, make it a
What
round
at
of
McDonald's?
entrees.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
sit outside of McDonald's with Big Macs.
you get to sit with the table with the umbrella though. Everybody else has to sit out and get a sunburn. I know, and it goes like today. It's probably at its lowest it'll be, and then come like Thursday night, somewhere along the way, you can drive down our main drag right through downtown Cadillac, and the gas prices you can just watch them go cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
What is it? What has caused the inflation to be so bad? Like honestly, I'm being serious. Because
Yeah,
I don't know. Is it Sleepy Joe? Is it Seat Sniffer Joe? Who is causing this to happen?
I don't want to know about the second part. The sneak slipper or hair sniffer, yeah, or doesn't know which way to walk. That's a whole other story.
Dude, he don't serious. Listen. I know people don't like Trump. He says stupid things. I don't like everything Trump says. But
No,
bro, at least he's coherent. At
yeah,
least he knows who he
yeah.
is.
At least he
Like
knows when
Biden,
he says something stupid.
right? At least he knows he's running for president. Biden sits there, huh? He's
I
not
know.
running the country, bro. He's just propped up there, and Kamala is running the country or something. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on.
I don't think it's either one of them. I have no idea who it really is.
And
But
then Biden's son keeps getting drug charges and all these other things. How did they let that go?
I don't know.
All the libtards let all that stuff go. I don't understand. It's just disgusting, man.
And on our next show, titled Uncancelable, we were going to tell everybody what we think. You're right, though. There is
It's
such an
true.
uneven balance of
It
what you can
is.
get away with and even say in this country, like us right here. We're just sharing
Right.
I love everybody.
Right.
I don't want anybody to suffer. my whole thing with it is, if that was my family member out there that doesn't know up from down, can't make his
Come
way
on,
across the
man.
stage, the poor
Come
man
on.
can't make it down the flight of stairs off an
No,
airplane. It's
I feel bad
embarrassing.
for him.
Why are you
It's
putting him out there?
embarrassing.
He's definitely not healthy
Right.
or with it. Don't
He's
do that to him.
no, dude. The
Yeah.
dude has Alzheimer's, bro. Like
Yeah.
mom,
It's
and
sad.
mom's last days, she wasn't even that bad. In any
No.
way, she wasn't as bad as Biden. Like
No.
he's sick. He's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
He should not be the president, man. Like
I think we
seriously.
got. I don't. And I'm not saying we have great choices. Some of
No,
them are
I'm
okay, but
not either.
it is
I'm
what
not
it
either.
is. But
But
I mean,
he's not a good one. He's not a good
yeah.
one.
Not when you don't know
It-
your name.
right.
I
Right.
don't know.
And with all the they're in the voting thing. I mean, this would will open up a big old can of worms,
We've already
but they're
done it.
reporting everywhere that there's thousands and thousands of names in the database that they're not even real people.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Well, we got in Detroit, downstate, especially in the metro area, our Secretary of State's in trouble. So the Republican Party is suing her because we have more names on the voting roll than we even have in the population. In other words, there's
I,
more names registered to vote than we even have living there.
right. But see, and the people that say there's no corruption, that there's no, I don't get it, man. How can people even argue that?
I
Come
don't
on,
know.
man.
They're blind
Come
to it.
on.
They're blind
They
to it.
just don't.
Or
Yeah, it's unbelievable,
their
man.
party is already in charge, so to speak. So they just want to let
Yeah,
it go
so they
like
just
that.
want to leave everything. Now they don't
Yeah.
want to complain about anything. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
But when Trump blew his nose, oh man, get rid of that guy, man. Put him in jail.
It's still that way. It's still that
Dude,
way.
they're still
Now
worried about him. That's all they talk
he
about.
he came out this week with the Bible that's got the. Did you see that? It's not
No.
wrapped in the American flag, but it's got the Constitution in there and a whole bunch of different stuff. And a lot of folks, I'm not so sure. I don't agree. There's too much patriotism mixed in with Christianity to say if you're a patriot, you have to be a Christian. Not necessarily. There's a lot of patriots
Right.
that love our country that don't love God.
Right.
Trying to mend those together is admirable. I don't. It's a little far. I don't know. Some of those tactics are a turn off to
Right.
me.
Right.
But at the same time,
He's
go ahead.
well, he's trying too hard, is what he's doing.
Trying too hard.
He's
Yeah.
trying stuff too hard. It's like because you
Yeah.
know he's not really, I don't it's just sickening, man. I'm just tired of people just arguing over it and thinking that the liberal side is the only way to go, man. It's disgusting. It really
Yeah.
is.
It's really.
And you
What
can't
happened?
say nothing. The only time you get fact checked is if you go against liberals. That's the
Yeah.
only time.
It shouldn't be
They
that
don't
way.
get fact checked. Yeah,
No.
it's
Everybody
unbelievable.
should be. We should. If we're going to speak the truth. Period. That should
Right.
be all of us.
You have
You
no
know.
voice
Right.
if you're on the right. If you're
Right.
right wing conservative, you're a nobody. You can't say nothing. You get fact checked. They try to down every single thing that you say.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
You hate people and you don't love anybody
Right.
and you want everybody
Right.
to be the same. With it. Yeah, no,
Right.
that's not it at all. And that happened overnight almost. I'll tell you what
Right.
has driven a lot of the stuff up. COVID hit the Wuhan virus, and so many things came in there and divided us up from that. And you had it 3 times, so you know it was a real thing. I'm not saying it was made up.
Right.
It was not.
Absolutely it
We
was real.
lost
I mean,
people.
my temperature was 104.5, man.
Yeah, we lost people we loved to it. It's a
Right.
real deal. But they
Right.
turned that and made it a politic thing to where the whole wearing a mask, are you vaccinated or not? Should we still be in public? All that stuff turned all that into that whole thing. And then
Right.
now that's still going on even 4 years
Right.
later now because everybody's like, you disagree with me, you're wrong. You're either
Right.
this or this.
It's
The only thing that's black and white that one way or the other is the only way to heaven is Jesus. Everything else, you need to listen to people and be. I'm not saying that. What do you do when somebody starts telling you something you don't believe in? What's the first thing you do? Do you shut them right off and say, "Be quiet, leave me alone," or do you try to listen and see where they're coming from?
I just don't listen. Just
You
hey.
don't turn it into a big thing, do you?
No, I just hey, I nod and start thinking about what I'm going to eat for lunch. You know what I mean? Like,
Because you already know. I don't want to
right.
argue, and I
I'm not
understand
gonna.
it.
What's the point of arguing? Because it gets no. You can't
Yeah,
argue with people anymore. You can't argue
yeah.
with stupid. You can't
No,
argue with
you're not going to
ignorance.
change them. Exactly. No, you
No.
can't. No, you
So you're
can't.
not. So the libtards ain't going to change me. I'm not going to
No,
change the libtards. So let's not even argue about it. You know what I'm saying?
that's three
That's
times that we've said that. So let's make sure we get that point across, right?
well, I
What
just like needling. They like to say stuff about conservatives, so I like to say that because they don't like that.
you're a
So
needler. There's a lot of things that you are, and that's one of them. Yes, let's
yeah,
stick
needle.
that in there just a little bit. Um, what's causing the inflation and the high prices of stuff? I think a lot
Yeah.
of it still stems back to the shipments of stuff getting brought down and nobody wanting to work, and so but I still we could get an economist on here. I still don't understand why I'm making the same stuff, but I have a hard time hiring people to get them to work, and I get that because still people were getting those checks to not work, and they still think they're going to get
Yeah.
them, and it made their work ethic that they didn't already have going in a dumper.
Right.
So if I can't produce it quick enough, maybe then I'm charging more. I don't understand that. That's not supply and demand. That's not even
No,
right, you
that's
know.
no.
So I don't know.
It's
I really don't know.
but
They're
it's
blaming the
the
oil on Ukraine, which is a lie too.
right. It's I don't know how people can live, man. I
Yeah,
really don't.
I
With the
don't.
prices of everything, it's unbelievable.
It's very high. How do we get
It
political? That's the deepest political dive we've ever taken
right.
on here, man.
I know.
Hey,
Hey,
it's a new day at Sons of Barb.
right,
We're speaking our mind. If you thought we were
right,
holding back before,
right.
no way. Hey, so you're engaged. Let's talk about that. We planning a wedding. Where are you going on your honeymoon? Charleston, West Virginia.
Yeah. No, no. Let's think about more of Huntington.
Well,
Um,
yeah, Huntington has a mall.
Huntington. Yeah, Huntington, West Virginia. Maybe.
You can
What was
go.
the other place?
Huntington's got an IHOP.
Rittman, Ohio. You
Oh,
know,
no,
I
you
don't
don't
know.
want to. You don't have enough money to go there. You got to save your
We'd like
cash
to
there.
go on a cruise, but then once again, there's
Yeah.
the problem of we'd like to go on a nice honeymoon, but with how much everything is, it's going to be 2037 by the time that happens. You can't save
Well,
any money now. You can't. You
no.
tell me how can you save money unless you're making a ridiculous amount of it. You know what I
Well,
mean? Like,
you're just not even looking at price tags for stuff, so you must be doing all right. But me over here, I have to look at a budget every month and make sure that my income is not more than
a
my outgo.
bougie. See, I have a bougie and I'm still, you know,
I
like
didn't say I
that's what I'm
was up
saying.
here. Yeah,
The prices are just unbelievable. That's why I really don't understand how it wasn't this bad just a couple years ago. Not at all.
no, and a
Like,
lot of that is because price taxes have gone higher. A lot of it is wages are higher. Even like some of the wages, so they didn't pay people so much before. Remember, you could go to McDonald's; they were advertising for
yeah,
25 an hour. There was a moment in time, Traverse City over here, $27 an hour to work at McDonald's, and it's not even management. That didn't last long, but they were. Hey, they had KFC over here was paying people at the end of every day. You could get paid on your way
what?
out the door. Yeah,
Yeah, but what
pay
were you
you.
getting paid an hour? $10 an hour? Like
I don't know.
that's the thing. Some places like where I work at, they have a tier thing. Some people that are doing the same job as me make $9 an hour more than me. Like, how is that even possible? I don't know how that happened. And we have
Hmm.
a union there. Like, it's unbelievable. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Do they
You
have
know?
more seniority than you or something? Or
Well, yeah, there's more seniority, but I mean, how did that even get passed? You
yeah.
know, how can we be doing the same job and you're making that much more than me? It's insane. It
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense, you know.
Well,
But
if it was me and you, I know why I get paid more for the same job because I'm better at it than you are. But
yeah, yeah,
that's a different story. But for the other stuff, the other clowns, I don't know, and that's something that there is inequality goes a lot of ways right now. And I'm not saying it doesn't exist in some of the areas where people say that it does, but it's around and it affects a lot of people more than
yeah,
the average bear that you think. You know.
absolutely, man.
So anyway, back to this wedding that you're trying to save for the
Oh,
honeymoon.
yeah,
You don't have a date set yet, then?
no date, not whenever, whenever we come around to it, I guess. I
Hey,
mean, I
Frank
don't know.
Sanford, don't wait till
I
you
don't
pay the ring off before you go.
yeah,
Because
that's gonna be a while, you know.
remember how many years after Elizabeth died, and he was praying and or talking to her. Remember that? And he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, and by the way, honey, I paid your ring off today."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
No,
forgot about that.
that'll be
Fred
a great
Sanford.
day. We can't wait for it. We need something to celebrate. We got lots of
Right.
good stuff going on. But
Right.
you
Right.
know, it's there just needs to be some joy and some happiness. So we're
Well,
happy.
yeah,
Michelle's
because dude, everything with everything else, man, it's all you hear is bad news. Go to
man.
work every day, get run down,
Yeah,
bad, everything.
yeah.
So yeah, you need something to uplift you in some way. Cause I mean, it
Yeah,
really is. It gets stressful, man. Like just to
yeah.
constantly hear bad all the time. Like, dude, you
After a
know,
while, you start believing it,
goodness.
thinking, "Man, there's
Right.
nothing to look. There's no hope," and
Oh
there
yeah,
is. But you know, it just
right.
gets tiresome after a while.
Absolutely, man. It's miserable, but
Yeah. Well,
you
hey,
know.
speaking of miserable, you could be a Michigan football fan right now. That would be something you'd have to.
Yes.
Yeah. How
Yes.
about that? How about that?
Absolutely, man. Never before have I ever seen we win the national championship and then the next day everybody's gone. Like what? What just happened here? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
Harbaugh is supposed to be a big Michigan man, and then he just ruined the program for years. Like if you think that Michigan's not going to be in trouble, you're more delusional. Well, the Michigan fans are delusional, but like, dude, you're in trouble, man. Like you
Oh
guys are
my
going to
gosh.
get in trouble,
Hey.
trouble. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like
I think so.
seriously,
What
I
kind of
don't know
say?
how.
Do you think they're going to have to vacate the title or
I
no?
hope so, please, because I heard hearing all the Michigan fans saying all this garbage of, oh yes, we did this, we did that. You cheated, man. They
Yeah.
cheated. Dude, they ducked us play in the COVID year. Remember that?
Do I remember that? Yeah, I remember that. I was
They
mad.
don't talk about any of this.
No.
And then all of a sudden they have the same team, but then they become great. How did that happen?
Yeah.
Something changed there. And you know what changed? What was that guy's name? Billy Madison? What's that dude's name?
Conor McGregor. I think it
Yeah,
was Connor
yeah,
McShyster.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That come
whatever his
on,
name
man. You
was.
can't tell me that is what
Yeah.
it's disgusting, man. It's
If that
disgusting.
would have been the other way around, if it's Ohio State, by the
Oh,
way, I love your hat, man. You
yes,
can't
thank
tell.
you.
They can say what they want to say, and this is not even sour grapes. You have an undefeated national championship season, more power to you. It's a hard thing to
Right,
do.
right,
But if it's the whining and the acting
right.
like
It is.
they had the world against them. Yeah,
Yes.
no, you did not. You
Because
won it fair and square.
Ryan Day right after the Ohio State beat Notre Dame, Ryan Day said Ohio State against the world, and then Michigan copies after that. Like,
And make
get
fun
out
of
of
them
here,
for
man.
that. Remember,
Right,
we talked about that back when
right,
that happened. And now they're
right,
like, "Oh, you got to have something to get excited about," blah blah. And then
right.
it was you
It's
see Michigan against the world shirts out there.
all
He,
there is. All the delusional fans can cry and say what you want, but what is going to happen is that's going to get vacated. Those wins are not going to count, and you're going to be on probation or whatever. Like they're going to be in trouble, man. They're not. That's not just going to go away. It's not going away. They
no.
think it's just gone away. No, it's not going away. You
Well,
know?
what do you do if you're Sharon Moore then, and you're left there? You figure. I mean, let's be honest. It's a high-profile job. That's a legendary
Sure,
program over there.
sure,
It's fantastic. It would be anybody's dream. And now
absolutely.
you're there, and you inherit a national championship, not the team, because many of them, the Rats have left the Titanic. But
Right.
at the same time, what do you do if you're him and he's excited? He's probably hearing, what in the world's going? Did I make a mistake staying?
Right, like, like, man, it's bad because 'cause they're not gonna be good. I don't know why anybody thinks that they're gonna be good. Who do they have?
Who's the
They don't
quarterback
have
going to
no
be? Pick a quarterback.
uh,
Yeah,
oh, Uncle Rico? Is that Uncle Rico, I think? Yeah, I think
yeah.
he's gonna be the
Well,
quarterback next year.
well, Keanu Reeves and the replacements. Maybe he'll come in and he'll play quarterback for him right there. Yeah.
Right,
Or
but another thing that just absolutely boils my blood is that the Michigan fan. Well, other people cheat. Ohio, I guarantee you
oh yeah,
something from Ohio State's going to come out. What's going to come out? Get out of here!
they
Like,
keep trying to say that
man,
there's something
yes.
with this website that
Oh,
did
and
you hear
keep
about that? That has video
no.
of practices or something on there. It's like, come on.
And then trying to say it with Ryan Day and his brother is the one that brought up. They're the ones that came after. No, it wasn't. And even
Yeah,
if it was, who cares? You
yeah.
guys cheated, man.
Hired a
Who
private
cares?
eye. His brother hired a private eye or something like that. It's
It's
like,
just
oh
it's just disgusting, man. You can't
man,
argue with stupid. That's just that goes with everything in life. You can't argue with ignorant.
no.
Period. You just
No,
can't.
because ignorance is bliss, and so you're happy in
Right.
your dumbfoundedness. not
Right.
knowing the truth. So don't ruin the good time with the truth. I don't
Right.
want to hear
Right.
about it. You know?
When
Yeah,
Ohio State got in trouble, when Pryor and Tressel and all that garbage, like
yeah,
what there's nothing you
yeah.
could say.
They had, and they're having a ball. How horrible that was, and that
Right,
was bad. That was bad.
right,
You know, he lied. Tressel did,
right,
but he also did the right thing. And those guys
right.
left, and it is what it. I'm not saying. Look, here is the truth. Major college football is like it's a mafia racket. You know, now we're going to
Oh,
get canceled
dude.
by the mafia probably, but you think about the pressure, the intensity to win, the way. Like look at let's go into Calipari with Kentucky basketball right now. John Calipari, he's making $9 million a year, $8.5 million a year to get bounced in the first round.
Right. I'll
Two out of
take
3
that.
years. Hey,
I'll do
sign
that,
me up.
please.
That
Right.
hasn't won an SEC tournament title in how
Yes.
long? One national championship in the 15 years that he's coached. That may sound like, well, how many people would love that? You're coaching Kentucky, you know, the
Right.
second winningest team or program in the world or whatever it is. Um, so you got a lot of stuff. You don't think he's feeling the pressure? You didn't see him doing anything after
No.
that Oakland loss the other day, and they just
No,
come
that
out
was
and said,
bad.
"Well, that bad? Oh my
I
goodness!"
picked them to go to the Final Four. I picked them to go to the Final Four. I picked Tennessee to beat them in the Final
Yeah.
Four, I believe.
Well,
But
Tennessee's
yeah,
still
dude,
playing, but
well, how is Calipari so he's been there too long. He's got to go. They got to get somebody new in there.
well,
He's
they
been
just
there
came
too
out this
long.
week and said he's staying this next year. Did you see that?
No, I
Yeah,
did see that. No, I
they
didn't.
came out and said he's staying his 16th year, and he is still trying to say, okay, let's do something special, and all this stuff. That's the pressure talking. But you can't
Right.
tell me that fan base. You know, we have a lot of people that we love down there. Is fed up and tired. Kentucky basketball is right under going to church and serving God. I mean,
Oh,
that's it.
dude.
It's right there. You
Kentucky
know.
basketball is there, man.
Oh man, and the football team is going to start eclipsing what they're doing as far as having success. And
Right.
Mark Stoops is going to end up being the next Adolph Rupp or whatever. But the pressure's there, and all programs, yes, they come out. You find something out somewhere, whatever it might be, that they did something. Is it possible to have a clean program and not do
No.
anything wrong and
No,
compete at a
man.
high level?
There's no way, dude. You know that there's some kind of something go. It always has been that way. You're not going to get somebody to come. What are you going to do for me? What are you
Yeah,
going to do for me? That's what good players. They're not just going to come. Oh shucks, man. Let's go. I'm going to work hard. It's all about money, man.
yeah.
Money, 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 money. That's what
Especially
everything is
now,
about.
especially
Right.
with that NIL stuff
Now
going on.
NIL, and then look at
Yeah.
the Buckeyes now. Ohio State, they now you can spend the money, and boom, look what. And now Michigan fans are complaining about that. Oh, you just bought your way. So what, man?
Can we freeze
So
that?
what?
Let's freeze that picture right there. That's the new logo for the Sons of Barb with you right there. Justin just having a little meltdown over there. That's all. But it's the
Right.
truth. And
It
you're
is
only
true,
mad because you didn't get to do it. You know, if my
dude.
car,
How much is Travion Henderson making this year to stay? Well, how much is
I,
he getting? Like 10,
I
15 million something
is it? I have no idea. Where do you get these numbers at? I don't hear what they're
from the
getting.
Buckeye Scoop, man. That's a good podcast. Buckeye Scoop, man.
Hey,
Listen
Buckeye
to it.
Scoop,
It's a
if you
good one.
hear this, we'd love to be on your show. We'd love you to come on our show or throw a little
Yes,
swag in there too.
love that.
But
Kurt
yeah,
Burton, man.
just turn me on to that. We'll be some special informants too. We'll give you the scoop. I live up
Right.
here. I'm 3 hours from Ann Arbor. I'll let you know what's going on down there. Just put me on. I'll be. You don't have to name me a name. I'll just be dummy. That's
You'll
what
be
I'll
like
be.
Nevada and be
Uh,
blanked out, not know who you are.
just call me the up north popsicle or something like that. You know. But
How does it
anyway,
feel though to be an Ohio State fan surrounded by Michigan and Michigan State fans? I mean, that's got to be fun, right?
why don't you ask Custer how it felt to be surrounded by Indians in the Low Valley? Yeah, that. Yeah, I mean, it happens to me at work. It happens to me at church. Everywhere I go, and I'm like, hey, whatever, man.
And
All I
here's what
tell
I
them,
and then and one more thing about this. This is what I want to know. This is what I want to ask. I get people from Michigan that lived there, were born there, like Cheryl, like Connor and Reagan, who
you
have been
should.
brainwashed. I get that they're Michigan fans, they're from there.
Yeah,
But for the people that live in Northeast Ohio, anywhere in Ohio, that
preach it,
like
brother.
Michigan, why? Why do you like them? For what reason do you have? I just want to know. Just tell me why. Put on a comment. Why do you like them
Yeah,
if you're not from there?
yeah.
What makes you like them? I really would like to know because I
We're
don't
going to make that
understand.
our poll question for this
Yes,
week and talk about it next time. You lived
you're
in
not
Northeast
from there,
Ohio. Yeah. What's your
right?
deal? What's your
Why
deal?
do you like them? Why? And then but then you like the Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Cavs, the Guardians, but Michigan. Why? For what?
I don't get
Why?
it, man. I
That's
don't
what
get
I
it.
don't understand. Please help me. Make me understand. Please make me. Just make me.
You're making your
You
dogs
can't like
bark,
the
man.
Browns and Michigan. You can't. You're not allowed. You're not
Somewhere
allowed to.
in the Constitution, that's illegal. I'm not
Right.
sure
It
what page
is.
that's on.
But does that make sense? Right.
No, no. That's how we were
Thank
raised.
you.
We were raised old school, I guess.
Right.
You root for
Right.
everybody around us. I like the Ohio Bobcats. I'll go for Ashland College.
Right.
Whatever's going on, anybody around
Akron, baby. Akron
Akron
Zips.
Zips, man, Kent State,
Right. Come on,
all
man.
that stuff. Bowling Green, whoever, Baldwin Wallace, I don't care. Anything
Right.
coming out of there, that's your state. And yet
Right.
you come in there and and there's some of the stories that I hear of why people root for Michigan over Ohio State that live there. I look at them and I go, I don't know what Dr. Seuss book you got that out of, but
Yeah,
hey,
because
that's up to you.
okay, they beat us for the last 3 years. That's all fine and good. How many years
Whatever.
in a row did Ohio State beat Michigan though before that
Yeah,
happened?
like
Like I don't
12,
understand.
7, 12,
Yeah,
whatever it was.
they act like they've dominated us for 20 years. Like
Well,
it's
little
just
Jimmy, he's only what is he, 2-5? He didn't coach this last
yes,
one. That was
dude.
Sharon.
Right.
Mike Sharona got that
He
one.
didn't beat them this year. He wasn't
No,
on. He wasn't there.
no,
So that don't count for him, man.
he was getting a
Oh, booger
pedicure
flicker. And then
somewhere.
he goes to the Chargers, trades Keenan Allen, gets rid of Austin Eckler. Like, what's going
What's he
on? What are
what's he
they?
doing? A great judge of talent, as always.
Right.
Let's get rid of our
Well,
best.
he thinks Justin Herbert is like the next Joe Montana. So he's trying to build start from scratch with him.
Joe who?
Like, dude, what Joe Montana?
That's an actor, man. What are you talking about, Joe Montana?
But yeah, I don't know
Does
what
he?
they're doing. I don't know what they're
Is
doing.
he in love with him that much? What's
Yes.
your take on it?
That's
By
the
now, we should have seen more out of that kid, don't you think?
that's the that's the main reason he went there is because of Herbert. I
Yeah,
mean, he's a good quarterback. I'm not saying he stinks or anything, but dude, with Keenan Allen, with Austin Eckler,
yeah.
Mike Williams hurt all the time. They haven't done anything.
Well, Mike
Like,
Williams
you know what
went
I'm
to the
saying?
Jets, didn't he? Didn't he just sign with the
Yeah,
Jets this week?
yeah.
Um,
And then
but
Allen's on the
yeah,
Bears. I
but
mean,
keep
I don't.
but
Eckler went to the Commanders. Like, dude,
yeah. Well, they
what are they
say
doing?
JJ McCarthy, the Commanders are stepping up. Probably they're going to pick him with the second pick. That's what I hear.
Here's another thing I don't understand. How is JJ McCarthy? How is he rated so high and going to get drafted so high? Like he he
He
he
he's
handed the
wilding.
ball off most of the time. Most of
Yeah,
the time, you saw him scramble and throw the ball up in the air. Like,
yeah, but he does
you know
have
what
an
I'm
arm.
saying?
I'll give him the fact that he's got an arm.
I don't think
He's
he's
got
going
a,
to do good, man.
he's got a
I don't think
decent,
he's
but
going.
he doesn't
I,
he doesn't look like a pro quarterback. What do I
no,
know?
no,
But
no, no, no. Dude. I
yeah,
think Caleb Williams is going to be good. Bo Nix is going to be good, but this dude ain't going to be
are
good,
you
man.
sold on Williams? You think Williams is going to be a good quarterback? I got
I'm
some
just
issues
saying he's
with
going to
him.
be better than JJ.
Yeah,
But I don't
yeah,
know if they shouldn't have got rid of Justin Fields at Pittsburgh. Dude, what Pittsburgh did was actually good. I hate to say it, but getting
yeah.
Russell Wilson, Fields, that was a good move.
They
I hate to say that, man, but that was
yeah,
good.
they got rid of Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett for Russell
Yeah,
Wilson and Justin Fields. That's going from the outhouse to the penthouse just
dude,
in
I
one
think
turn.
Fields is good, man.
I think
I think
I
I
don't know
don't
why they
know
gave up on
why.
him so quick.
Okay, yeah, get Caleb Williams if you want, but I don't know why they get. Yeah, why'd you give up on Fields? He's decent. I mean, I'm not saying he's the greatest, but I
Yeah.
mean, dude, he's good.
Yeah, but
So
they're
I
going to
don't
have
know,
to
man.
fly Williams' mother to all the away games so he can go over and cry
Yeah.
on her shoulder when they
Oh,
lose.
dude, but that's why I work in a salt factory, and that's why there are scouts there because
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm
that's right.
saying?
That's right. I know I'm
You
with you.
know?
We got it all figured out sitting from our houses, but
Right.
that's just our perspective. But I guarantee you, there's a lot of other dudes with headsets on talking about the same stuff right now, trying to figure it all out.
Absolutely.
Are we any different than the
Absolutely.
dudes on TV? They get paid a
No.
lot of money to
Dude,
give their what opinion. That's all they're giving.
exactly. And whether they're right or whether they're wrong, they're still getting paid. It don't matter. They don't even have to say when they're wrong. They're just
No,
wrong,
yeah,
and they're
you
getting
can.
paid. I could do that. Hey, man,
Got it
you know what
coming.
I mean?
Got it coming
Right.
out there. Yeah, Yeah.
You
We
just have
have
to
to.
have some personality or something. I don't know what it is, man.
I
I
think
don't
we would
know.
make good. We missed our calling. I think broadcasting's in our blood, in our whole family.
Right?
Deke can do it too. Uh,
Absolutely, man.
we
Absolutely.
I think a lot of this stuff we know as much as they do. I could do the weather
Right.
compared to some
Absolutely.
people. And all they're
Right.
doing is predicting the weather.
Predicting. And
Anybody
they're
can
never
do that.
right.
Judging
Right.
from these clouds up here, it looks like it's going to rain.
Well, it's
Now,
raining outside. I think it's going to, there's a 100%
yeah,
chance of rain today.
and
You
I'm
know?
feeling 100% because my right knee is really sore. You have that trigger. Do you have a trigger when the weather's going to get bad in your body
Yeah.
somewhere? What do you
Yes.
have?
My right knee
Your
for
right
my
knee?
right leg. Yeah.
Funny
My
how I
right
said
knee,
right leg right there.
my right knee and my right wrist will hurt. It'll
Hmm.
act up on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Fred Sanford.
Well, yeah.
My arthritis.
Arthritis. I wish I could grab that shovel and help you dig, but my arthritis.
My
Remember
arthritis,
my
man. That's a
arthritis. Remember, was it Skillet? He said, "I think it's going to rain." He goes, "Why? My right eye is jumping."
no, that wasn't
Leroy.
Skillet. That was no, Melvin. Melvin said
Melvin.
that.
That was Melvin.
Melvin.
Yeah.
Dude,
Stay
that's a
out of
great
this. Remember that?
man.
Please stay
You
out of this,
stay out
Melvin.
of it, Melvin. I want to watch Sanford and Son after this now, dude. That's the one of the greatest shows. That's because of you. You're the one that got me onto that. I watched that when I was a kid, man. Sanford and Son.
You're very you are teachable, and to have the classics handed down to you like they were to me, you accepted them with great honor, and with great acceptance comes great responsibility as well. I got the whole series set still over
Yeah,
here, man.
you
But you
do.
kept that hostage for like 2 years when
Yeah,
you
I
were with
did.
at mom's.
Absolutely. And I watched it, man. I watched it. Mom liked it too.
And
Mom
you know
loved
what
that show.
Lakeland does now? Every time she goes in, she loves to open doors and drawers and stuff. And that's sitting there in the TV stand. She pulls that out all the time and brings it over to me. Like she knows. She already knows. Yeah.
That's great.
We should
That's
do
great, man.
a watch along with an episode sometime. Like they do,
Yeah.
like Conrad Thompson does with the
Yeah.
wrestling. And I know the
Yeah.
episode we're gonna watch. Hey Lamont, why don't you
Betty
take Betty
Jean.
Jean out for some
Yeah.
tacos?
Betty
What's the matter
Jean.
with you, Pop?
What's the matter?
What's the matter with you,
What's the
Pop?
matter with you, Pop? That's great, man. That is great.
That's a classic one.
It
So
is,
hey,
man.
speaking of our favorite sports teams, so the Guardians. Do you name
Oh,
10 players on the Guardians? Season starts tomorrow. Does it start tomorrow
yeah.
or
What
Thursday?
is this? Today's Wednesday.
As of
When's this
this
podcast
recording,
going to come out? When's
it
this
will
going to come out?
probably the day you get married on your wedding day. So yeah,
So this is never going to be seen? Is that what you're
yeah.
saying?
This is for our amusement right here.
Oh,
If
listen, I
next
would get married tomorrow if we had the money to, man. It takes a lot of money to get married. I mean, you know what I mean?
how much you need?
What are you gonna do? You
What do
gonna
you need to
spot a
get
brother
married?
alone?
You got.
Honeymoon, bro. Honeymoon.
I ain't worried. I'm not going, so I ain't worried about that part. That's between you and her. I'll come and watch the kids, but that's it.
Yeah,
Um,
there you go. You can do that. Come
hey,
do
two
that.
of them, they got Uncle Brian's birthday. I've yet to meet them.
Yeah,
Beautiful
yeah,
people, don't
yeah.
they?
The
Yeah,
twins have your birthday, man. July
that,
11th.
that's why it's made in heaven. I like them already. Um,
Right. There you go, man.
what else you need? I mean, getting married. You gonna get a bunch of suits? Are you having food? We're not gonna. You
Yeah,
don't have to eat.
that's what that's what we're trying to figure out. We got to figure all that stuff out, man.
You know
But the
what would help?
honeymoon is what I'm trying to say. That's not going to be cheap, bro. You know what I mean?
Hey,
And we want to go somewhere cool, you know?
you're repeating yourself. Hey, I forgot after you said honeymoon. Nothing's registering in my head. All you got to do, you can do that later. See, the problem is, let me tell you what the problem is. We all want to rush and do everything all at once. Get the married stuff done first. You can honeymoon when you're 50, which you're getting close to that. So you ain't got to worry about that. How
Oh,
old are you, man?
hey, wait a
46?
minute, man. 44, man. 44,
Oh,
a young 44. How old are you, Brian? You're old. You're over that. You're
I asked
over
you
50.
first. No, I asked you
Yeah.
first.
How
No.
much older are they? See, Deke is 16 years older than me, and you're
Oh,
what, 11,
he's
12
trying
years?
to do
So you're
math,
like
America.
55,
He's
54,
attempting to add
55.
and subtract
So
and
you're like,
divide.
are you really 55,
He's
Brian?
taking his
Seriously?
shoes off right now, trying
Are
to
you
figure out
two?
our ages.
Are you
What?
double nickels, man?
I
Are
am
you
the
really?
speed limit from 1978. Yes, 55. Or as Sammy
Wow.
Hagar said, he can't
How do you?
drive.
I can't drive. How does that?
55. What?
I knew, man. I was hoping that you weren't going to do that. I was hoping you wouldn't. But
when
you
you get
did.
that far with it, you gotta finish
Right.
it off.
You might as well. But
I am
honestly, when you
yes,
turned 50 or 55, did it bother you?
no,
It didn't
and
bother you?
about that much, not really, because it's
Really?
like
It really didn't? Like,
it
honestly, it really
it not.
didn't.
I mean, I didn't cry or nothing like that because after you get to a certain level, when you get past 45, it's pretty much all over at that point because you start. I don't feel any older, really. I don't. I look
So you're
older,
saying I
but
got one more good year left. Then after that, it's all downhill.
yeah. Well, you're a young 44, whatever that means.
Well,
What's
yeah,
a young
that's true.
44? That's the dumbest thing. I mean, young, as an old 18. I mean, what are you talking about a young? That's because you just turned it in November.
Right. So I'm
Okay.
still young.
Well, thank
Right.
goodness for that. Yes.
Right.
Um.
Right. Now, what was we
Well,
saying?
I have no
You were
clue.
saying something, man.
We've had more
Oh,
rabbits come out.
Guardians. You asked me to name 10 Guardians. I don't want to
Okay, go
because
name 10
they
guardians.
s-
Go.
I can't.
Jose
I
Ramirez.
well, Jose Ramirez, Gavin Williams, Tristan McKenzie, Tanner Bybee, um, Austin Hedges. Or wait a minute, I don't think he's on the team. Kyle Manzardo.
There you go.
Uh, let's see.
Who's the starting pitcher for the opening day?
Oh, Shane Beeves, the
I
Beaver,
mean,
man.
come on, man. Say, I get four
Beaver,
more. Four more.
Beaver. Let's see. Man, you put me on the spot here. You put me on the
Who's
spot.
one of them kids that they got in the Frankie trade, the shortstop or whatever, second
Oh,
baseman?
wait a minute. I know their names, but now that you're putting me on the spot here, I'm drawing a blank.
Well, we
The
got the six anyway.
I know who you're talking about. He's the prospect, the shortstop. Oh, Arias, Gabriel Arias is one. He's not who we were talking about, but
That's not him.
Gabriel
Is he?
Straw got sent to the minors. Did you see that, Miles
He's
Straw?
so up and down. That's why.
Dude, just get rid of him, man.
Yeah.
He's no good. So now,
They.
Freeman, Tyler Freeman, he's going to
Oh,
be playing center field. Dude, the one guy, man, I can't think of his name, but the dude that was doing good and that they should have kept up with me and Zardo, but they're sending them both down. You know what I'm talking about?
I think
The
so.
dude, man, I'm having a brain fart.
I don't.
Can't think of
Well,
the dude's
I
name.
thought I smelled something.
But dude, but honestly, they did nothing in the all. They're a minor league team. They are.
Yeah. Well, they've
They
been that
get
way
all
for
they
how
do
many
is
years?
get young players, and then once they become good, they won't pay them and they trade them to get more
Yeah.
young players. So they're a minor league team. They're
They had.
never have somebody in their prime. Like Lindor should still be there. Like when
Why
they
did they
got
get
rid
rid of
of
him?
Cliff
Yeah.
Lee, CC Sabathia, that's insane. So they will never have somebody in their prime
No.
years because they won't pay nobody.
No.
Dolan should not be the owner. He's ruining the. It's that's why, and he wonders why nobody wants to go to the games.
Well, Jose signed what 2 years ago, and they gave him
Yeah,
that big deal. Will he
I.
be around when that
It's
deal's
not that
over? It's not that what?
he's really not getting that much. What he should be getting, honestly, he got a hometown discount for him. Like
Then
you know what I
why?
mean?
Yeah. So why won't you trade him to me in fantasy baseball?
Because he's awesome, man. Like I've won 2 years in a row, back to back.
Hey,
About to
last week
three-peat this
I
year,
gave
man.
you a very fair package of
Man, do
players.
you remember though? Hey, this was the turning point of last year's season. I almost did the trade, like to trade you Jose for I don't remember who, like Freddie Freeman and somebody else. Remember
I was
this?
going to give you
And then I ended
Freeman.
up backing out, and then that's the day that Jose like hit 3 homers and he went
Yeah.
off, and I
Hey,
won. Like, dude, that was the turning point. I almost traded, like, dude, I almost hit the button. I'm like, I can't do it, man. Not even for Freddie. And then Freddie Freeman went, and then I win the championship, baby.
now you're acting like a liberal, weak, wokeist over there, giving what's the
But I
word?
did. Like, dude, I almost hit the button to give you Jose Ramirez,
You did
but I
in it.
didn't do
You
it, man.
you agreed to it. But here, America is the problem when the commissioner is the dude you're giving the trade to because the commissioner has to approve it. So he's playing with my emotions. He's like, "Oh, I'll accept the trade." Whoop. And I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then it's over there, but it says the commissioner must approve the trade. It's the same dingo. And then he sits there, and next
And
thing you know,
I
oh
remember
man,
you text me. You're like, "Hey, man, when is that trade gonna go through?" And you're like, "Hey, man, Jose just hit 3 home runs today. When's that trade going through?" I'm like,
yeah.
"Man, never mind. I backed out. I'm
He's
not."
like, no, I can't. I just can't part with him. I'm like, you had to watch one more game and watch him dominate in there. I feel like I was taken for just a little bit of a ride there. But
Up to that point, though,
yeah,
he wasn't doing nothing. Like I
no,
was like, man, I'm good. And then from that day forward, boom, he was
yeah,
off.
he had a tough start to his year. But let's rewind. Freeman did not go like that. Freeman is still
He's
the
good.
number 3 or 4 ranked player in the
But what
fantasy
happened
over
to your
there.
team?
So
Why didn't you beat me? Is what I'm saying. How did I win the
pitching,
championship again?
pitching,
Ah,
pitching
yes,
didn't hold out.
that's what you forgot about that part of fantasy baseball that I didn't.
I didn't
I have
forget
like
anything. No, there just weren't any of them left. So this year when we drafted, I tried to come through a little bit of Hoody Gras and have a little bit more of a mixture there, but I don't know. Because in our league, the pitching, there's not that many stats that carry it. It's more hitting, right?
no, dude, no, it's even. It's even for both. You got to
Says the
have good
commissioner.
closers. You've got to have good closers. You got to have good starting pitching. See, you don't want to have it. Listen, here, I'm going to give you the key to why I'm back-to-back champs. You don't want to have
Because
hitters
you're
on the
the
bench
commissioner, that's
because they're
why.
on the bench. You want to have pitching. Pitching is not the what draws everything out there, but that's what you need to have. Pitching and closers is going to win.
What was this? Drawing what everything?
I
Yeah,
don't
you
know,
got to
man. I
have the
just use
closers.
my hands. I like
Yeah,
to use my hands, man.
I have a fair staff this year. I think I
Do
drafted a
you
little bit
think?
more with that. But you being the commissioner and owning a team harkens to a day when David Stern was part of the Hornets ownership and also the commissioner of the NBA. And the Lakers tried to trade for Chris Paul, and he stepped in and said, Yeah,
I
remember
still
that?
don't understand how that. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not right. That
no, it's
trade
not
should have
right.
went through. Look at the
Yeah,
trades that happened now, and
yeah.
they didn't let that go. Why was that trade vetoed? Why
He did
wouldn't they
not
let
want.
him go?
He didn't want him to go to the Lakers. He didn't
Who,
like the
Stern?
Lakers.
Was it
Stern didn't
Stern?
want him to. Yeah, Stern didn't want him to go to the Lakers. He thought
I never understood
competitive
that.
balance. That's what he said. Remember that competitive
Yeah,
balance. Let's talk
that's
about that when you let LeBron go to Miami with Wade and
right,
Bosh. Yeah,
right.
let's talk
It's
competitive
garbage,
balance. Yeah.
total garbage, man.
So we can name 6 Indians or Guardians, whatever they call them. I don't get my hopes up to them because last year I thought they were good,
Oh,
and it's going to be different not having Tito in the dugout too.
right,
I'm going to
right.
miss him.
Who's the manager? What's his name?
Vaught, Stephen Voigt or Vaught or John
Yeah, he
Voigt.
was a catcher. Why is it always catchers that always end up being managers? You
You
know?
know why? They
Why?
say they make the best. Mike
Yeah,
Scioscia was a great manager.
yeah.
I don't know other guys were because they control. They call the pitches. They understand the hitters. They align the defense in the infield as
Yeah.
well. I mean, they do a lot of management stuff
I don't
when it comes
understand
to
why
the game.
Sandy Alomar won't be the manager, man. Like he just said he doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be the manager, but he'll
Yeah, but
stay on the coaching staff.
didn't he interview for a few spots though? Other teams this
I
year,
don't know.
last
He
few
may
years.
have. See, once again, that's why I work in a salt factory, and I don't really know. So I don't know, man. You know.
You act like you've been sentenced to death or something. I work in a salt mine. What do you have to chip your way out of there?
Well, dude,
Morton
I'm starting to
Salt.
get nosebleeds, man. Yeah, I'm starting to get nosebleeds. Like I've never had a nosebleed in my life since I was a kid and played in sports. Now I'm starting to get nosebleeds. This stuff is burning my nose, and it like I'm
Well, you
getting
got supposed to
nosebleeds
stick
every
your
day.
face in there, man. What are you doing?
I ain't sticking my face
What are
nowhere.
you walking around
I'm
sniffing
just
salt or something? That's a bad
no,
idea.
man. The stuff blows out everywhere. Like
Does it? I've
people
often
that work
wondered
there
about
knows
that.
what I'm talking about. People that
Yeah.
work there know what I'm talking about.
People
You
that
know what I
work
mean?
do people that work there watch this? Do they know who we
I
are?
don't know. I'm not sure.
Are you friends on
If you're
Facebook with them?
some of them, some of them. I don't know if any of them are bored enough to watch this, but if you are, let
Well,
me know if you watch, man.
if they work as much as you do, that's yeah. How about give us a shout
Right,
out there, Morton Salt Peeps, a
right.
institution in the city of Richmond, Ohio. That's been there
Absolutely, man.
the day after the ark
Absolutely,
landed, man. Boom, and God said,
absolutely.
"Let there be Morton Salt." There it was. Put it right in there. Browns look good this year, yes or no? What did they do this coming season? They haven't
I,
drafted yet,
st-
I know, but what are you
I,
having a stroke? What are you doing?
okay. There's a couple things here. I still don't know what to make of Jerry Judy, man. I know he's good. He can be good, but
Can be good. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't. And dude, they should have signed Flacco instead of Jameis
Winston,
Winston. Get
famous
out of
Jameis.
here.
Yeah.
Because listen, man, listen. The way the NFL is now, you've got to have a backup because your backup's going to play. The
Mhm.
starter's going to get hurt. It's just how it is now. You got to have
Especially
two
when
good
your
quarterbacks.
starter's name is Deshaun Watson.
Dude,
So
that
yeah,
dude is going to get hurt. Listen, that's going to end up being one of the biggest busts, worst trades ever because they got taken.
yeah,
Like he hasn't done he did good against the Ravens. Whoop-de-doo. That's
yeah.
everybody said, oh, what about the Ravens game? What about all the games before that? What about all the injuries? He hasn't
Yeah.
done nothing.
Yeah.
He's been a bust.
How about that Steelers game in Pittsburgh when
Oh,
the ball went
when he
straight up in the air?
right,
Yeah.
right.
And the
What
fumble.
about
Yeah.
that?
I
Like
understand the Ravens game was later, but still,
people
hey, look.
still don't want to say that it's about like, dude, I hope I'm wrong. I hope he leads them to the Super Bowl next year. I would
Yeah.
want nothing more.
Oh,
I
I
don't
want
think
to be
it's going to
wrong.
happen, man.
I don't
Yeah,
either, man. I really
I,
don't
I,
either.
I just don't. I don't know. But Stefanski wins. Stefanski gets a bad rap too much, man. They blame everything on his play calling
Yeah.
constantly. But the man has won Coach of the Year 2 years. That's not. He's not a bad play caller. Sometimes
No.
no coach is perfect. Everybody that sits there, that 300 pound, man, Stefanski don't understand, dude. You don't know what you're doing. Get off the couch and shut up. You know.
Once again, I work in a salt mine and eat bonbons. Yeah,
Right.
everybody is so easy from where we sit. Listen,
Right.
Cheryl and I coaching girls basketball, varsity basketball for our school. I have learned to keep my mouth shut watching
Right.
other games and stuff because when you get to varsity, it gets into a whole other level, and there's so many things that get in your way, and you have to be watching for. Give them a break, man. It's all about the
Right.
players. Is what it comes down to.
Right.
The players
Right.
activate it and they put it into
The
place on the court or on the field.
the the coaches are the ones that take the fall. And
Yeah,
if you win, they get the praise. Like that's
too
just what
much
it is.
praise
Like
when you win.
right.
Yep,
But
yeah.
I like Stefanski, dude. He's just as good as a coach as anybody else. Like honestly, he's.
Well, yeah,
I
you
don't
want
see why he gets so much hate. I don't understand it. I don't
you
get it.
want Larry the Cable Guy back, Freddie Kitchens.
Right.
You know, you want him back?
Right.
No,
Oh,
no,
that dude was
no, because Baker liked
Harry
him.
the Cable Guy. Yeah.
Yeah, they had to
And
put him
Baker.
back in there. Yeah, with
What do you
Baker.
think of it? What do you think of that now? He's with Tampa Bay and he gets oh what do you think about that?
You know what I think about
Do
that?
you wish he was still in Cleveland?
No, do you?
No, I
No,
still don't want him here. No,
I
I
think the
don't.
outwar is welcome.
Yeah,
And
I
he
do
was
too. I don't.
that last year. He was hurt probably, but
He
then he should have
was
told somebody. They say
right.
he's a
Yeah.
gamer, whatever. Here's my message from the Sons of Barb to the fans of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Get your Kleenex ready because when they start playing "Here Comes the Bride" and everybody's
Right.
there in place waiting for the bride to come down to the altar, there will be no bride. He will leave you
Right.
standing at the altar,
Right.
waiting on a big moment. He'll get you
Right.
there and then not
Get
show
you
up.
there. Right.
Yeah,
And that's what happened this year.
yeah,
That's just what
absolutely.
happened. Or
He's
last
down the
year, whatever
wire
year.
against Detroit, against a decent defense. I mean, I'll give him that. Pick right at the worst moment. That's what he's done. And that's his career right there.
Man, what do you
So yeah,
think of Detroit, man? They were blowing out San Francisco, and then they blew like, dude, that was brutal to watch.
that was
Like I
hard.
was wanting Detroit to win.
Me
Like,
too.
you
Me
know, I
too.
was really wanting them to win, and
Yeah.
that was brutal,
That second
brutal.
half collapse, it was just like one thing after another. It was almost like reading the book of Job. One thing after
Yeah.
another going wrong,
So I know we got off the track here, but what do you think? So what right now? Do you think the Browns are going to be good, bad? What do you think their record's going to be?
I think
So
they're
as of
better.
now, where they draft,
I could see them being, yeah, we haven't drafted yet. What were they 12-5 last year?
I
11 and
think so.
6, 11 and 6, whatever it was. I could
Yeah,
see them
whatever.
being 12-5, maybe one or two games better.
You think? Because
Maybe
dude,
win a playoff game, but
here's what I'm worried about. Dude, the Baltimore Ravens they just got Derrick Henry, bro, with
yeah,
Lamar Jackson. Like the
yeah,
Steelers, what they've done, the Bengals with Joe Burrow back. Dude, the AFC, dude,
yeah,
their division is the toughest in football.
yeah.
There's no easy. I
But
mean, so it's a toss up, bro. I mean,
it is. Baltimore got better, got way better, and then we haven't
oh,
even had the draft yet. So they
dude,
signed. Yeah, and I don't understand what is it with the running backs in the NFL. Why did they just let Derrick Henry go? I mean, the Titans
right?
just said,
I
"Get out
don't,
of here."
I don't know. They don't value running backs anymore. They think they're a dime a dozen. No, they're not, man.
No.
Henry is good. He's a stud.
Do you know
And
how
you're
many
gonna
Derrick Henrys there are? You have one.
right,
Yeah.
right. Like I don't understand. I don't understand.
Same with Nick Chubb. Look at how much different
Ooh,
the Browns
yeah,
were when Chubb was gone because he's
right,
just what is he? He's superhuman. And we did
right.
all right with the running back. Hunt was okay. I like Ford. I think he's got a lot of
I
upside.
don't.
You don't
I
like
think
Ford?
Ford is garbage. He stinks. Get him out of here.
Well, but hey, quit holding back. Tell me what you think of Jerome
Yeah,
Ford.
dude, I
Yeah,
think Ford stinks. He didn't really do nothing. He didn't like name one big play that he had. And what did he
he
do?
had
He didn't
some
do
big
nothing.
runs. Yeah, he had big runs.
Eh.
What was the Monday night game they had against? Was that against Pittsburgh when they came back up? Playing the kazoo. What are you making a duck call? What is
Do
that?
you think do you
Oh,
think that Chubb is going to play good this year? Like, is he
Chubb
good?
is
What
going
do
to
you think?
be.
Like, that's
Chubb is.
still up in the air. They don't even know when he's going to come back yet. What's happening? They're not that they remember they signed Foreman. They got hey over here and
What
there.
you're making the you're making the. Well, yeah, they got that Deontay Foreman, and then they signed who's that kid from the Bills? That Hicks or Nakeem Hills or Hibbs,
Hines,
Naeem,
Hines,
whatever. Yeah, Hines. Those
Naheem
are
Hines. Yeah,
Naheem Hines. Those are a couple good backups, man. They can
Hines.
they can brew my whole my Mahomes. As long as his name isn't Mahomes, I'm all right. Uh, they got those backups, those couple guys. That's a good running
But
back, as they say,
I
running
want
back
Chubb
room.
back, man. Chubb
There's
is the man.
there is no one like Chubb.
No.
He is doing
Uh-uh.
football activities now. What I read today,
Yeah.
so that's
Right.
good. But
Right.
is he
Dude,
going to be the same? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know because he had that was a gruesome injury, man. That was horrible,
Oh man, yeah,
terrible.
that was bad.
Like,
So
but I
where's
hope,
that?
man, if they have him, man, I'm telling you, they've got
Yeah,
a chance. But I
because
don't know.
Judy,
It's
like you said, Jerry Judy, the words out. Okay, we'll figure out. He's a good addition there with the receivers we've already got with uh, what's his name,
but listen,
Cooper. But
yeah. But here's the thing, man.
what's
With
the thing?
all this, now they have XFL kickoffs. Like, what are they doing? Are
Did you see
eventually
that?
they're going to play flag foot? Listen, this is what they're saying. They want to cut down on violent collisions. Football is a tackle sport. Every play is a violent collision, bro. What are you talking about? You know, I don't understand. There's not more injuries from
Oh
kickoffs, is there? I mean,
no.
what?
Well, how many injuries
Pretty
from a
soon
kickoff?
it's pretty
Yeah.
soon it's going to be 7-on-7 flag football.
Well, that's what it's going. Well, you
What's
know what's
going to
going to
be?
be in the
And
backyard.
the hip drop tackles being taken.
Yeah. Well,
What?
they said that not a real football player wouldn't tackle like that anyway. Coming from the people that are getting tackled that way, that's why.
And now
Yeah.
even all the defensive players are saying they don't even know what to do now.
They
They
don't know
don't
how to
know.
hit it. No.
They don't know if they should go high, low. They don't know what to do.
No.
It's all
Once they get in the backfield with a quarterback, it's almost like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, hi, man.
right.
Where can I hit you? That's
They
why.
want it to be like Arena League 70-65. I don't like
Yeah.
that. I like
No.
10-3 games, 10-6.
Yeah.
Defense, man.
Where people's
Defense.
people's arms are coming out of their ear. Yeah. Earthquake. You made my screen move, man. What the heck? What were you posing for GQ? We're violent collisions. That's the name of this episode. Violent collisions.
I was trying to show you what a violent collision is.
You're like,
Let's go.
hey. Oh, John
But
Tenta
also
has arrived.
during a violent like Jim McMahon, that's what happened to his brain every time he got hit. Like right there. You know what I mean?
Have you seen what? And I am not making fun of this, but it's now here's Jim McMahon, kind of dip in his chin, walking around, big tough,
Right.
all that stuff. Now he's like trying to put a puzzle together
Right,
and keep a
dude.
mug of coffee up to his mouth in time. It is violent. It's a
It is,
violent game,
dude.
man.
It's
It's
like
a
a car
violent
wreck, bro.
game.
Like you get paid a lot of money, but you pay for it. Like they tried to hold the CTE out and say, "Oh man, that's not." No, man. Your brains get scrambled eggs,
Oh,
man.
it's a
It
car
gets
crash every
scrambled.
snap.
Oh,
Every
dude.
snap. So
You're concussed pretty much every week. Like
yeah,
honestly, I
yeah.
mean, you can't take that much. I mean,
Well,
So I don't
explain
know,
to me,
man.
Lucy. Explain to me this kickoff. So they're
Oh,
all the way. You got the kicker on the other 45. I guess it is right or 35, and then everybody's down here in the far court. It's like you're in the other side over here, and they're on the 30 and the 20, right? They're like 10 yards apart all this way, and then the guy that's going to get the ball is behind his line. Nobody can move until he catches the ball,
right,
and then they can run. You're not
right.
going to see any. There's no run
No,
backs.
what's going to happen? All they have to do is just get through a little wedge and they're gone. There's going to be like 20 kickoff returns for a touchdown
Oh,
now.
I see what
Like,
you're saying.
you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
before, you had to get through like a 2, 3 layers. Now you just got to get by somebody and you're
yeah,
gone. There's
yeah.
nobody out. Like, honestly, it's not, this is stupid. They might as well just get rid of it. And now there's no surprise onside kicks. Like
You can't do
that's
that.
one of the part of the game. Now you,
Yeah,
hey, we're gonna onside it.
yeah.
No, dude.
You're telegraphing what you're
No.
doing.
Like
Oh,
they're taking it, they're ruining the game. Yes, I know it's violent. I know your brains get scrambled, but dude, they're ruining the game.
the man is giving us a hernia. Yeah, it's a violent game. It's
It
like
is.
watching. It's like yeah. Never mind. It's
You
like
know what I'm
watching
saying?
Kelly eat a
Right.
chicken leg. It's a violent
Dude,
game.
actually, you know what I've got into now is watching dog mukbangs, man. Have you ever seen that? Watch a pit bull eat like raw meat, all these vegetables. They throw all this stuff in a bowl and they go to town. Like, dude, I like watching that. I don't know why, but
Wait,
I
go
like
back.
it.
Go. Wait a minute.
That's
Wait.
Michelle, man. Dog mukbangs.
Dog mukbangs. That's what your beard looks
Mukbang.
like, man. A dog mukbang. Them mukbangs hanging down off your face. What
Dude, for
channel's
some
that on?
reason,
What
dude,
is that?
YouTube, look it up. Once we're done here, people, everybody in America watching this, everyone, look it up. Dog mukbang. It's awesome. I love
It
it. I don't
sounds
know
like
why.
it
Watching a
sounds.
dog eat, dude, they can eat chicken. Like it would
Yeah.
kill me. Salmonella. Dogs could do that, man. They eat raw chicken wings, raw
Well,
chicken,
dogs
blah, blah, blah,
dogs
blah.
eat.
They
Yeah, they
can
eat
eat
out of the litter
anything.
box or anything. Yeah,
Oh,
dogs. Yeah,
dude, our dog,
they don't
dude,
care.
Douglas, he tries to eat me. He tries to eat my face at night. Like,
Well,
dude,
you're mostly mukbang, so that's why.
that's what he lives for is to sleep and eat. Then both of our dogs. I love it, man.
I
They
must be
have
part
the
dog
life.
then. I'm
They have
part
the
dog.
life.
They have.
Dude,
Oh,
you know
hey.
what kind of treats we got for that dog? Sweet potato treats, man.
Well, yeah, nothing but the best for
Those are
Douglas and
some
Simone.
bougie dogs, man. I listen, I threw a biscuit out for them, just a regular biscuit. They sniffed it and walked away from it. They wouldn't even
Well,
eat it.
they walked
They
away and
wouldn't
called
eat
you
it.
a commoner when you tried to do this stuff
Right.
to them.
Because
What's he
they're
think we
bougie.
are?
They want their sweet potato, beef chalets or whatever we get them, you
Well,
know.
what kind of food do you get your dog?
We just get them regular what's the stuff?
Yeah,
What's it called?
Old Roy from Walmart or what?
No,
No,
yeah, well, I mean it's kibble, like regular
kibble. So
yeah,
you feed.
what's
I didn't think it was going to be that long to answer. You got this
yeah,
big.
I'm having a brain fart. You're putting me
You
on this
went through all
blast.
of that. And you're like, hey, my bleed. Um, you had the sweet potato stuff. We order it online from Petco. It's a dehydrated box of a 10-pound dehydrated, $59 of food. You put it in the thing and you heat it up with hot water. That's how
What do
bougie
you mean,
our
the
dogs
food
are.
or a treat?
The
Treat?
food. That's the food.
Food.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, the
we just
treat.
buy a bag at Walmart. It's what man, for some reason I'm having a brain fart. It's like
It's not that big a deal. I didn't mean to make it turn into this mental
right.
exercise for you.
You're making
Yeah.
me look like I'm there.
No,
But
I'm not doing. You're doing a fine job on your own with that. That's not nothing to do with me. Hey, we've been talking an hour. I don't know if
hey,
you realize that or not, but it's been
I
good to
love
be
it,
back.
man.
But this
It
was
is,
supposed
man.
to be the
I
spring
love it,
break
man.
Easter
Right,
vacation edition. Instead, now
right.
we are in Monty Wolfbangs here, or whatever.
Hey,
Violent collisions.
yeah, there is a violent, man. That's
You're welcome.
violent collisions, bro. Violent.
Tell the Easter egg story with you and Chig from 100 years
Dude,
ago,
I
man.
got to, man. That is the one. That is
Oh,
definitely the best. We all of us were in Tennessee when Deacon Melissa lived in Nashville. All of us piled in there, man. We were sleeping in the
one
kitchen and the living
bathroom,
room floor. Yeah,
same
one
room,
bathroom.
same bed. Yeah.
Well, man, we ate those peanut butter eggs, man, that we can't find anymore, man, that the church used to give out, or not give out, but you could buy them.
You
The
bought. He
big
used to
peanut
make them.
butter eggs.
Oh man, yeah, like
Oh,
5 pounders.
you slice
Yeah.
those up, man. That's my favorite. Man, somebody needs to make. I don't know why. I don't know where
Please,
they're at.
somebody
Please,
get back to the
right?
Bible the way it was supposed to be and
Where
church
are
candy,
those?
church Easter
But
candy.
dude, me and Chig were slamming those, man. And all of a sudden, we both wake up and we're head to head throwing up all night. And Chig's like, "Oh man, that peanut butter clabbered on my stomach." I'm like, "Oh, oh."
Oh, poor
And
Jigger.
every time he would say clabber, I'm like, "Chig, no." We threw up probably 20 times together all night, man, both in the same toilet, man. That was, oh
Oh,
man, that was a
you would be
miserable.
in
That
there.
peanut butter clabbered on
You
my,
would be in
oh,
clambered.
Chig,
Every time
no.
he'd say clambered, it was like a trigger word. And you'd be in the hallway waiting for him to come out, and he'd be in the hallway waiting for you to come out. He'd be like,
And
"Come
there
on,
were
Justin,
times that we were
hurry up,
both
man!"
in there.
And you're both
We were
clapping
both
it.
in there. And then I was upset,
Oh,
man. My favorite place to eat down there was that pizza buffet, Mr. Getty's. And they
oh
go
yeah,
there the next day while I'm pale, I'm sick.
yeah,
I'm like, oh, thinking of clappered. I'm like, and they go
yeah.
there. My favorite place, man.
Everybody
But yeah,
decided, well, since Justin's sick, we're going to eat at his favorite restaurant. So that was real
that was
kind.
definitely a story, man. I miss
Yeah,
Sugar, man. That was
oh,
that was a classic there, man.
that's
That was
my favorite
definitely a
Chig story. I
classic.
mean, we got a lot of
Yeah.
Chig stories, but that's my
Oh
favorite
yeah.
one because it was
Yeah.
like clamor. That people that clamored on my. And no one. Those are words. Those Kentucky words. They just
Right.
ring true because nothing makes you understand that something is not staying in your stomach like the word clamored. This is all
Right.
wrong right in here.
Right. That means
That's
bad. And
yeah.
for people
That's
out there that still don't understand, that means bad. It was really bad.
clamor means really bad, really bad, fantastically bad. Just like this
Oh,
podcast, fantastically bad. It's been a clunker. No, it's been good. Hey man, we went politics, economy, sports,
hey,
medicine,
violent
growing up.
collisions. Violent collision.
Oh, right here in the CLE,
The
in the
man is giving
CLE.
us a hernia.
Man, it's giving us a hernia.
If you don't know what that
Oh,
is, it's Fred Sanford, man. You got to look that up. Fred Sanford.
we
You
have
know?
plenty of Fredisms on here all the
Oh yeah.
time. What's the matter with you, Pop? You know what I wish we could do is have the actual sound effects of that, have a button that we just hit, and all of a sudden you can hear
Oh,
Fred go, "The man
dude,
is
that would
giving
be
us a
yeah.
hernia." Yeah, you
What's the
big
matter with you,
gummy,
Pop?
gummy. What's the matter
Hey,
with you, Pop?
take Betty Jean out to get some tacos. What's the matter with you, Pop?
What's the matter with you, Pop? Well, hey, I guess we're going to have to wrap up episode 16 here. If you like this, or if you think we stink, or if you really could care less, all the above, just send us a note to the
Right.
Sons of Barb here on our YouTube channel or on our Facebook page, or email us, or send us a threatening letter of letters cut out of a magazine, whatever you want to do. But let us know you're out there. We'll try to do better next time, as they say on what is that,
Yeah.
PTI, when they're on there.
Yeah.
Justin,
Yeah.
I've been able to say this for a long time. Send us out.
Be safe, be smart, and be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And look out for the violent collisions, the violent collisions.